Okay, so in this video, I'll be showing you how to purchase a domain and a hosting. Okay, how to purchase a domain and a hosting. Now, but then we need to get familiar with some concepts and which I'll be explaining right now. So, what is a domain and what is a hosting? What is a domain name? So, if you have heard these things before and you don't know what it is, I'll just explain them briefly. So, your hosting can be likened to be the internet, right? Or the World Wide Web, right? So that could be your hosting. So your hosting is like that platform that helps put your website, makes your website available for the internet, for the World Wide Web, to make it searchable, to make it accessible. You know, you can actually build a website offline, but then or on your computer that is offline, but then it is not available on the internet. Somebody cannot go and type, they can't find it on the internet. Okay, so a hosting is what will make the website available on the internet. So let's liken it to be a land. Let's use something that is quite that will be easy to understand. Let's liken it to be a land. Your hosting is like your land. Then you have what is called domain. Your domain is like your website. That's actually your domain. It's just like a domain will mean where domain will be where something has where you have an administrative, where you have um a a where you have a rule or a leadership. You understand? Let me use those words. Sorry, I'm trying to look for the right words to use. Okay, so in simple terms, your domain is your website, which you can liken to be your house. So there is the land, okay, and there is the house. Then we have the domain name, which is basically your website address. It's like your house address. Do you understand that now? So that's just a simple this you need to understand this simple concept. So you cannot have a website without having a hosting and without having a domain. So these things are to be purchased before you can have a website on the internet. Okay, so and a domain name is also has another name for it, so which is called the URL. Okay, URL, which means Uniform Resource Locator. Just like you have buildings and houses. Thank God I use that to demonstrate. You have buildings and houses, on that have a street address. So web pages also have unique addresses to help people locate them. Okay, so every single every single place you visit when you go to the internet, of every single place is actually a URL. It means it is a particular web page or web address that where you can locate a certain kind of information, a certain kind of file, okay, on the internet. So this basic or background knowledge is important. That's why I'm taking my time to explain it. So the next video, or the next I'm going to show you now, is how to purchase a domain and a hosting. Now there are a couple of things you must understand, okay, when it comes to purchasing a domain and hosting, and I'm going to show you in a moment. All right, so you can actually purchase domain, from anywhere. Okay, but then there are a couple of things you must be, familiar with. Okay, um, so first of all, you need to understand that a domain name, sorry, your hosting can be from a local based, it can be a local based hosting, and then domain, your hosting can also be a foreign based hosting. But as usual, foreign based hostings are better, okay, because they are well structured and all that. And I'm going to introduce you. There are several, hosting companies that help, that can give you a hosting, whether be it foreign or be it local. But I'm going to introduce you to one that I'm familiar with, okay, that is common. It's common amongst people, and so I'll show you how to make a purchase there. Okay, so let's begin with the local based host. Why I'm beginning with local based host because it's kind of cheaper. And for a beginner, you just need something basic to start with. You don't have the money. Let's say for a beginner who's just getting introduced into web designing and all of that, you just want to have something really, really basic because you don't even know what you're going into, in full at the moment. So you just need something basic. So there are a couple of Nigerian. So I'm a Nigerian and I'm recording this video from Nigeria. So there are a couple of Nigerian hosting packages that that are out there. They are quite popular. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a bit of them. So we have this one called truehost.com. All right, truehost.com. Truehost, can you see it? .com.ng rather, please. Truehost.com.ng. Now, a .com.ng means this is a Nigerian based domain. All right, so this is actually a domain name, as you can see. Right, this is what it's called. When I explained domain name earlier, is what I mean. Your website.com, your website dot extension. So this is an extension. .com is an extension. .ng is an extension. .com.ng is an extension. They are called extensions. Okay. Now, so we have this. Then we have this one called Q servers. Okay, I'm going to explain them. Then we have the one called Domain King. All these are, you can see. This one is a .com.ng. Q servers is actually .ng. Then Domain King is a .ng. Can you see that? Okay. So what are the basic things you must understand when it comes to purchasing a hosting and a domain and all that? You need to consider a couple of things. And let's start with this. So here is the hosting services offered by TrueHost. Now you see where they have different packages. So they have this silver package, they have the gold package, they have the platinum package. The silver package, which is the cheapest or the lowest package that they have, will give you is where you get to pay, according to them, 600 naira per month. But this is not correct. It's actually 750. All right, so I'll show you later. Then you have 1.5 and all of that. So you know, I mean, as a normal human, you want to go for, you see something that is cheaper. That's what you always want to go for. That's what catches your attention. Wow, 600. You see a Q server charging about 1,100 naira per month and 11,000 naira per year. TrueHost will be charging about 6,000 naira per year or 7,500 naira per year. I'll show you later. Now you want to go for, you may just want to jump into the cheapest plan, but understand that anything that is cheap means is actually limited. But in any case, this is something you want to check. Okay, you want to check the storage. It's just like when you want to purchase a phone, you want to check the storage. So this is what we have. And see, want to check the storage. Please ensure you are purchasing something not less than 3 gigabytes space. Okay, so yeah, so for a starter plan, TrueHost is giving 30 gigabyte disk space. I don't know, that is not 100% true. I have to be very honest. Okay, now why QServer is giving 6 gigabyte storage and Domain King is giving 4? You can see it's not possible for Q servers. I mean, these all operate in Nigeria and they have the same access. Q servers is giving 6 gig space. You know what that means? It means your storage, right? Because the more you create content on your website, the more it's taking up space on the server that is running your website. Hope you understand. I need to explain these things because it is very important. So you need to take note of the disk space. Then here they say they are giving a free .com.ng unlimited bandwidth transfer. So this one is giving 30 gig bandwidth and I mean bandwidth unmetered, or which means unlimited bandwidth as well. Now, so you just take a look. So on TrueHost can give you access to how many websites? Let me see if they have more. If they have any. Let me see how many websites can be hosted here. Maximum domain hosted, the main domain. So that means one website that can have, three domains, probably add-on domains. They were not specific. So here you have access to one website. It got to be one website. So this is where you can host just one website. When you purchase this package from Domain King, this particular starter package, it gives you the ability to host just one website. Okay, and all of that. So, and this is the full information concerning their three hosting. So, not to confuse you, we're just going to choose one. I'm just explaining these things so that later when you get more into it, you understand all these things, or it will become more important to you. So let's just take a simple, maybe let's say I want to purchase from Q servers. Now I don't have none of them is a special to me. I've used Q server and used web hosting. I'm sorry, and Domain King for domains basically, but I use a foreign based hosting. Now let me come to the foreign based hosting, which is Namecheap. All right, which is Namecheap. So with Namecheap, this is a foreign based company and it's the most popular, right? And most popular and quite affordable foreign based hosting here. Okay, so you these are their you see their hosting plans below. So the stellar package, which is you are charged $1.98 per month, okay, right, on the first year. Take note of this on the first year. From the second year, you are paying $4.48. So let's assume dollar is 1,000 naira. So you'll be paying 5,000 naira monthly because this is almost $5, right? Okay, or let's just say 4,000 for whatever. So something like that, right? Okay, so that's So I usually advise if you have the money, go for a foreign-based hosting, right? Because they are quite reliable. Their customer service is top notch and all that. But for a starter, you just want to have a basic website. Let's say you want to run a blog, something that is not so not demand a lot of what lot of resource just in a simple blog on the internet, or you want to build a landing page or a sales page, a squeeze page, you name it, all those things. Then you can just use something this basic, right? Okay. Now, so let's just go with this. Let's go with Q servers. So what you want to do is, so you go to qservers.ng. Okay, I'm going to drop a link in the description below. Where you can use to subscribe and possibly get a discount from it. Okay, but in any case, that link will bring you here. So let's say you want to go for the basic plan. You click on order today, and brings you here. So what we want to go for is this particular package, right? This starter package. So click on order now. So yeah, it will ask you to register a domain, all right? So whatever domain you want to choose, so that means your domain will mean your website, www whatever dot maybe com.ng, right? So if you register a .com, if you register on this package, let's go back, you will get a free, let's go back. You see, this package will give you a free .com.ng. You're not going to pay for this. Normally, .com.ng domain will cost you about 1,000 thereabout for a year, 1,002 or so for a year. But here they are giving you a free .com.ng domain. Okay, 11,000 naira for a year. Then free SSL is coming to is also given. SSL is also purchased, but now they are giving you for free as a starter. So let's just continue. That's something to note. So you can decide to purchase a .com.ng, but let's assume you want to purchase something like um paddy paddy let's say paddy. I don't know. This is just off my head. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Let's just use what can we use now? Let's say um income mastery, something like that, or I don't know. Whatever it is, okay. The thing is, when you type it here, it's possible that what you're trying to choose has been taken by someone. But then, how do you know? You just test, okay. Sometimes I usually advise you copy your domain, right, and go to Google, your domain name, and go to Google and search for it whether there is something like that on the internet. So you see that there is income mastery, but it's not. This is a website. There is no income mastery. Does not have, you see, it does not have it doesn't have any website with that name. So it means it could be registered, right? So let's assume. So we want to go for a .com.ng. Now you can go for a .com. You can go for a .ng. You can go for, if you go for a .com. Let's start with the .com, for example. Now you don't need to choose anything here because you're not transferring domain. You are trying to, you don't have an existing domain. You're trying to register a new domain here. Okay, so you click on continue. Okay, so it tells you the different they say incomemastery.com has been what already taken. Can you see that? It has been taken by someone. We don't know who the person is. So they are giving you other suggestions here. So you have in mastery, whatever. So these are not, if it doesn't line with what you are looking for. You have income mastery course. Okay, this one is a course. So you can even go for this if you want to register a course, for example. We just simply select this, and once you have selected what you want, you can decide to go back. Let me show you different things. I'm quite thorough in the things I do. So let's maybe say let's try another domain, and let's say incomemastery.com.ng. So let's say what you want to, maybe it's your business name, and so you are trying to register a .com for your business name, and someone has taken it. You can come and try .com.ng. Already .com.ng will give you, so incomemastery.com.ng is also taken. So it means this person registered all of these domain. Let's say .ng might have been taken as well. So .ng is even available, but then .ng will cost you, how long do you want to register this for 1 year? It's going to cost you 5,000 naira. Okay, so but then this is not what we are looking for. We're looking for, let's go for that income mastery. If you can see it, income mastery course. Let's just go for this. I'm choosing income mastery course, and then click on continue. So I needed to explain all of these things. So what we have here is income mastery course. Okay, let's take income mastery course.com.ng. Okay, so we are choosing the monthly plan. Now you can go for the annually plan, which is 11,000. Okay, in your case, it depends on you. You want to go for quarterly. Let's say you just want to host your website for just a couple of months. You don't want to, you're not going to use the website for 1 year. So this can be of help to you. You can just go for 3 months quarterly, or you go for annually, which is 11,000. So yeah, for tutorial purpose, I'm just going to purchase 1 month, so that just to show you how to go about it. Okay, so available add-ons, you don't need to do anything on this. Just click on continue. Okay, so now you can just, this one is free, you can just add this one. It's free. Then for ecom mastery, okay, we are going to delete this because it's bringing 2 of them. Okay, so is this one, sorry, no hosting, click to add. Okay, sorry, I think I've done a mistake. Let me remove this income mastery. I'm going to do something now. Income mastery. Sorry, I did a mistake, but let's just continue. Income mastery course as a domain. So let's select this. This is what I'm going for. So I'm going to remove what we don't need. So what I need is income mastery here, web hosting for income mastery, and domain registration. So I'm going to remove this one. I did a mistake. In case you make a mistake, that's what you just do. I'm not registering for this. So this is just what I want. So basically everything we're going to spend. So the web hosting, remember, is 1,001 for 1 month, right? Then the domain. So then the domain It's supposed to be free. It's supposed to be free. Domain DNS management. Okay, let's remove this. The hosting is supposed to be free. Okay, so this is what we have here. Now plus VAT of 82 naira. Then we click on continue. Continue shopping. Oh, sorry. Then after you've just ensure what you want is just this is what we want. Okay, the domain is free for us, remember. So what we are paying for is just the web hosting according to them, according to the package here. So what you want to do is click on you just have to fill in these details. Okay, fill in the details and then you continue. Let me pause this video. All right, so you fill in the details, and so when you fill in all these details, your bio data, your details, you also put in password and all of those things. SMS alerts. You don't need SMS alert. You don't need all of these ones. When you're done doing that, I prefer selecting payment method as Paystack. Okay, I prefer this. Then once you are done, you click on I've read and I agree to the terms and conditions. So let me pause and add my details so that we can finish this video. All right, so I'll fill in my details and let me click on checkout. Okay, so let's wait for it. So it brings you here. The next thing I want to do is click on pay now. So there are different methods you can use. Now you can use your card where you fill in your card details here, or use your bank where you choose a bank. So funny enough, they only have two banks. So if you are using GT Bank to ask you to click the button below to authenticate, click on. Or you can use transfer. Transfer is quite something. So this is a unique bank account number that is generated for you to do the transfer, or you use USSD. So I find transfer to be really easy, and I use my PalmPay for transfers a lot of times. So I'm going to do a transfer. I'm going to do transfer right now, and so let's just bear with me. Let me just do this transfer. So remember, what you're going to transfer is this amount. So don't make a mistake. That's the amount. Don't go and transfer 1001. By transferring that value, that exact value there. So 7540 788 858 Wema Bank, right? So transferring 1,182 naira point 50 kobo. So I'm going to do the transfer. Right, I've done the transfer. Okay, let me wait. Okay, yeah, the transfer is successful now. So the next thing, so when you do the transfer from your bank app or whatever, and you click and it is successful, just simply click I've sent the money. Then Paystack will try to verify. Okay, so you're going to wait to confirm your transfer. This can take a few minutes. So let's see how long this is going to take. For me, usually take maybe a few minutes, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes sometimes. Depends on the network that time. So I prefer this method, but you can choose the card method or even the bank method. It depends. So if you are facing challenge using your ATM card to pay, you can choose the bank option. That is, if you have Kuda bank account or GT bank account, or you can do the transfer, which is what I've just done, or use your USSD method if it's going to work for you. This seems to be taking longer than I expected. So I'm going to pause this video. Okay, so I need to mention here that with ATM card, you can see it has taken more time than normal. With ATM card is usually faster. Okay, but sometimes some ATM cards of some banks can really be a messy one. So I usually use this route to do my funding, also my payments rather. So let's still wait. All right. So man, this thing is taking. This one problem with Nigerian things. If I have to buy from Namecheap now, just use PayPal. PayPal will just make the payment so easy. Sometimes with my ATM card, though, it usually goes through. But I mean, here I am stuck. I mean, the whole 9 minutes I've gone through, and this thing has not confirmed. Well, if you encounter a challenge like this, don't worry. Every problem has a way it can be solved. Now, I don't even know if this thing is successful. Normally, if it was successfully confirmed from Paystack system, then you see something, this receive, you see a check mark on this receive, and you'll be redirected back to your home, to your, admin, to your client's area. That's what it's called, client area, where, everything that is happening on your hosting and what have you is actually being recorded, that kind of thing. So I don't know why this has taken this long, but in any case, yours could be successful and without any glitch like this or delay like this. So that's just basically how. So when it is successful, you are taking back to what's it called? Taking back to your client area, and everything will be fine. So when it is done, I'm going to show you um, later.